Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 8, I believe. Let me just check. Yeah, episode 8 of Dr. Stone. So last we left off, we got to the village. We started meeting the inhabitants, and Senku is making a new friend. We have Chrome the Sorcerer, a scientist, who doesn't really understand everything about what he's doing, but is nonetheless doing science. And Senku is kind of impressed, kind of not. He's Senku. The thing is, he is from a time that is much more advanced. But he does seem to like Chrome's morality. Because when he tells Chrome everything that had happened and the entire deal with, how the stone world came to be, Chrome cries. His first response is to cry because he's just so saddened that all of that was taken away, that all of that was destroyed by someone or something. And it's at that moment we can truly tell that we can trust him, that we can believe in him. We understand that he is a good person. And honestly, that's all we needed to know. We also get to meet Kohaku's sister. She has an older sister who is the priestess of the village, and she is sick. She's not doing very well at all, so Kohaku goes back and forth every day to bring back hot spring water for her sister to bathe in to, reap the natural benefits from hot spring water, which do exist, which very much are a thing. Hot spring water would very much have natural benefits. Unfortunately, it's not really enough to actually heal a person when they're sick. But it's a good thing Senku's there because he knows about antibiotics. And he's going to help, which is a good thing for Chrome because Chrome seems to really care about her. And it's not entirely clear if it's a romantic interest yet or not. But he very much cares for her greatly and wants to see her healthy again. That seems to be a massive goal for him. And again, going with the morality thing, it shows how likable and good of a person Chrome is. So it's going to be interesting to see more about this village and to see how everything goes after, Kohaku's sister, whose name I can't remember right now, by the way, is healed. But yeah, I'm definitely just excited to meet more members of this village. We saw some of them during like this shot of all the different people doing their different jobs and all. So I definitely want to meet more of them and like just find out more about how this village works and everything really about its structure and founding and so much stuff like that. This series is just has definitely won me over by this point, and I'm just excited to see more. But all of that being said, let's just get this going and find out what's going to happen. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. The power of ramen. Yeah, I was trying to guess, like, at multiple points what he was making. I just didn't guess ramen. But I like the difference in how they viewed it and all based on their, you know, experience with that kind of stuff. Like Senku viewed it as like, okay, this isn't really that good. there's a bad, bitter aftertaste. The texture's off. But at the same time, it's like the others view it as like this, as he put it, food of the gods, because they've never had anything even kind of similar to this. The things that they eat is on such a basic, simplistic level that something like this is exceptional to them. And I like exploring that aspect of things. Like, you kind of explore that with just the science in general, because you see the science they're used to from Chrome is very simplistic, while Senku's science is a lot more, you know, modern from what we think of it. But I like that they're showing that with food as well. I also like that they touched on that food is science, because it's true. Food is inherently and completely scientific. The creation of food, the combination of ingredients, the different chemicals and whatnot in food, it's like it is entirely science. So I like that they're touching on that. Now, this episode also truly introduces us to Suika. We saw Suika briefly before when it was like showing everyone in the village, but now we get to meet her. So Suika is this young girl who wears a watermelon on her head. Don't know why, but she does. And apparently everybody asks her about this, but Senku is the first person to not do so. Mostly just because he doesn't care. It's not important to him. But that wins her over and gets her to join the Kingdom of Science. She joins their side, helps them collect iron sand and everything in order to, you know, create iron. It's it's an interesting introduction to her. She's cutesy, she's nice. She's so likable right off the bat. But little kid characters usually are. It's really not hard to win someone over with a child character, because they're made to be likable. They're by design likable. So that's not really that hard. That's not really that surprising that I like her. We also get to briefly meet Kohaku and Ruri's father. Very briefly. He seems like a very serious, no-nonsense chief who is just looking out for the best for his people. So far, I have no issues with him, nothing against him at all. But again, we saw very little of him, to be completely honest. But we can see that Senku right now is trying to win over the village by any means necessary to progress things and all, and is trying to figure out how to do so. So it's going to be interesting to see how this ramen plan works on more than just the couple people that Suika found that were interested in food related stuff. So yeah, we are progressing things pretty interestingly, and yet still have not returned to Taiju and Yuzuriha at all. We still have not checked in on them at all. We really don't know at all what's going on with their side of things. So it's a little disappointing because I'm just so curious, but at the same time, it's like, I understand we're focusing on something right now. I want to check in on them too, because they are major characters in this. And honestly, if they were here right now, it would be so helpful. Especially Taiju. Like, with them, you know, having to fan the flames and everything, he would be invaluable for that. Just his strength and everything, his stamina would be invaluable for that. but they're off on their own mission, and I just want to see it. You know, I just want to know what they're up to, how well their mission is going. Excuse me. Like, I understand that Senku is the main character, and we have to mostly follow him. Like, I get that, but we can also follow other characters. We really can. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see where it goes. Um, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this as always. I think this is continuing to turn out to be a fantastic uh, series, and I'm very excited to see how this ramen plan works next time. But next time will be next year because today is the last day of recording. Because there's going to be stuff put up this weekend, but it's going to already be recorded. Um, but we will get back to this next year, at the beginning of the year, with more Dr. Stone and all. I'm very excited to see more. I hope you've been enjoying this series with me, and I hope that you had an awesome 2023. So for now, thank you so much for tuning in. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm Connie, and I'll see y'all next year.